Hey everybody, Ryan Hall here. I'm hanging out at Fisherman's Warehouse. Wanted to do a little recap video from the Bass Angler Magazine Pro-Am that I had a few weeks ago, but also kind of give you an idea of what's going on the Delta right now. Quick recap of the BAM tournament. It was very similar conditions to what it is now, which is it's a lot of spawn, post-spawn fish. Great ways to catch them. I started out every morning in an area throwing a 6-inch Senko. Greens, green pumpkins, always a great option. Had that paired up with a 4-aught Gamakatsu Superline EWG hook because I like the Texas rig it. So that was every morning. I did catch a couple fish later on it randomly here and there. One of my big players right here was a bladed jig. So this Picasso Lure Shockblade Pro. Green pumpkins, I wanted to make it look like a bluegill, and then I actually got these missile bait spunk shad from right over there in the corner over here at Fisherman's Warehouse, and they have been a great trailer for me on the back of the Shockblade. Did that a lot. We had some pretty good wind during that tournament, and even right now when we have this windy conditions, if it's windy and a little uncomfortable for you to be throwing a Senko or anything like that, go to that bladed jig, pick up that Shockblade, and just go to town and start winding. They will bite it and you will get bit on it. After, later in the day during the tournament, our tide was coming up, but I needed it up because a lot of the stuff I was punching was on the bank, very shallow. So as the day went on, the tide got higher. I went to my bread and butter, which is the punch rig, 4-aught Gamakatsu punch hook, and a staple right here, 1.5 ounce Picasso gunmetal finish tungsten. And what's so important about this gunmetal here is that the finish on it does not chip. I've actually been flipping one of the same weights, one of my 2-ounce weights. I've been using the same one for about a year now. So that gunmetal finish, super sturdy, super strong, comes through mats really easy. Great little setup there. On the first day of the tournament, I had one area where I thought I could get a frog bite. I went in there, the tide was just right, and caught one on a frog. It actually ended up being my biggest one of the tournament. It was a 760 something, but that came on the black frog there, which helped me, weigh in that almost 28-pound bag and solidify my spot in the top 10 going into day 3. And then also, wasn't catching them on this during the tournament, but as the season progresses, and as we get further from that spawn into post-spawn in summer, top water is going to be a big factor. I was actually out earlier this week with Steve Cooper from In Deep on the Delta, caught a 4-pounder on the Picasso Lures Dinner Bell buzzbait. Super cool little buzzbait. You can open and close the blade angle to allow it to hit this tungsten bar, which gives it a super unique sound. Or if you don't want any noise, you can fish it just like a normal buzzbait, open that blade up just a little bit and it'll miss the bar and it'll just squeal like crazy. So if you're going out to the Delta anytime soon and you're trying to figure out what to do, come by Fisherman's Warehouse. They have all this stuff. Whether you want to go around and throw a Senko, you need stuff for bladed jigs right here, punching stuff. It's that time of year, guys. If you're not doing it, you're probably missing out. And then always Delta staples, frog and top water. So come on by Fisherman's Warehouse, any of their 4 locations. They will get you set up. If you have any questions about specifics or anything like that, feel free to message me on my social media, which is at Ryan Hall Fishing, or just come into the shop. These guys know what I was catching them on. I've talked to them all about it. They can get you all situated. So thank you.